Hey guys, Psychic here, and welcome back to another episode of Glacial Awakening with me. Hello. And we not finished, but we did Astro Sorcery last episode, and I did some things off camera that is not visible. Well, one thing's visible. I can show you. I went ahead and made another one of these diesel generators, and I can't hear it right now, and I can hear that one. But I went ahead and hooked it up to another task screen for the energy task that we have. I have one down here still, but these generators are not connected, so that one's going completely into making energy. This one's supplying the energy since we're not using it, but unfortunately anything that I use in our tech building, I have to unplug that because it actually sucks up all the energy and then doesn't supply any to that building. So when I have to do that, at least I have this one always going, and I'm already at 2%, almost 3%. And I've been sitting on here for a couple hours. I'm going to say around 4 hours since I hooked it up. So it's slow, but that's not that bad, especially since I have it going all of the time. And since I now have 2 generators hooked up, it looks like I'm making diesel just as fast as I'm using it. Ow. I'm at 3 hearts. I gotta go around. I forget that those things hurt. But yeah, so this has been sitting at the same number of biodiesel, and none of the tanks are losing or taking any, so it's like, it's the perfect amount all of the time. Like, if I were to add another generator, it would start using diesel faster than I'm making it, so I don't want that. So, this is good. This is a good setup. I will never run out of diesel, and I'll have energy always. I can't hear this one for some reason, but that's probably a good thing because it's really loud when I go downstairs. Oh, that's the other thing I did. I went ahead and made a crusher because we needed it. And I needed it for glowstone. So I was making glowstone stuff. And with the wow, I typed it right the first time and then decided I didn't. With the glowstone ore that we get from the Hearthwell stuff, I've been smelting it to only get 1, but if I had the crusher, I could get 2. And I think 2 is like the max, yeah. So I've just been putting it in the crusher. So now I've been getting double the amount of glowstone, which is really nice. So I just have that all hooked up. It's not a pretty thing going into the wall, but it works. I also did a lot of mining off camera. I discovered that the magnet is a really easy thing to craft. Just iron that and you just right click it and things magnetize towards you and it doesn't use any usage. I also went ahead and made a mining drill because it was getting annoying just to vein mine. See, I can show you the mine that I have. So what I did is, what I've been doing beforehand is I would make a pickaxe, usually with obsidian. I decided dark pick this time around. And I would go down here and I would just vein mine a ton of cobblestone. And then try to pick out any ores that I could out of there. Now, there were a ton of ores that I was just kind of letting float because I didn't need them. But I went ahead and just mined them. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I missed. Gimme. Thank you. But I just went ahead and got all of the ores, and then I was still doing the trick of just vein mining, but I was getting, like, really bored with it, because it was creating a lot of places that I needed to put torches, and I'm like, I don't want to put, because, like, you can't put the torches too close to the ice, otherwise it'll melt. Like, this one's melting, because it's only 3 blocks up, but if I put the 4th block up, it wouldn't. But it was just getting really annoying. You see how much? You can probably see it better on my map. Yeah. So I have all of this junk going on. But here I have a straight line that is much larger, but works better. So if I go back over here, I think. Is it over here? Yeah. So I do still have a ton of ores floating. Because I was looking for Certus quartz only at that time. But there's a ton. I was able to get a ton more out. And this is completely upgraded with everything. It's got... I got the achievement for it. I think it sums it up. It's got, like, the extra tank. It's got a steel head. And then the 3 upgrades that make it where it doesn't use the, like, usage. If that makes it. It doesn't take durability. And there was another one, and I can't remember what it was. Maybe speed modifier. I'd have to look at it again. Hang on. If I do drill. I have the air tank. No. I have the lubrication system, reduces the damage. I have augers, which increases the attack damage and digging speed. Alright, so, and I have 3 of those and then a large tank, which makes it hold more diesel. And since I have, like, infinite diesel, I'm fine. I'm actually just gonna put that there. But yeah, so I'm able to mine really, really, really fast. I mean, look, there's a how fast that goes. So fast so that it breaks. And this only happens when I'm recording. I'm wondering if OBS has issues with Minecraft sometimes. This only happens. I never lag on my own. I've been on the server for 6 hours today. I have not lagged once. And yet here I am. Okay. But that goes really fast, so it's really nice. That way I've been able to get a ton more material. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I have almost 1,000 iron. I have 800 silver. A ton of stuff. And I went ahead and moved everything, even what was in these crates over here into here, so that way I just have everything in the same spot. Put this up now. So everything's a little bit more convenient in that. So, but I also went ahead and got some materials that we're going to need for the upcoming quests, such as tough alloy and more dark steel, more end steel, that sort of thing. And we could actually finish I also discovered you could put things on signs like this that are copy-pasted, and it's really cute, and I love it. But let's go ahead and make something in the quest book. First of all, as you can see, we completed the Time Master. I've been on the server for way too long. I don't know how many days or hours that equates to, because I think that's just how many ticks I've been on the server, but that's a lot, and I've learned it's 20 ticks per second. So divide that by 20, and then you'll know how many seconds. And I'm not doing that math in my head, because that's too many math. Too much math. What I am going to do is I have this, and now I don't know where to put it. I want to put it up there. Let's see if I can just... There we go. Time Master. So, and as we get the other two, they'll go up there too. But we're working on Energy Master. That's just slowly going, as you can tell. But as long as I'm on the server, it'll work. But we could go ahead and move along in our Chapter 5 quests. And the first thing we can do is make the end steel chassis, because I have the materials for it. We got at the end of last episode, just not enough time to craft. So, machine, chassis. I can't see it. That's because it's not here. What? Is it just called a chassis? Yeah. It doesn't have machine in the name. That's confusing. And steel. Yay! So, now we can't move on. We're stuck here, because the only thing we can make with the end steel is the enhanced machine chassis. But we're not there yet, because we need this thing called DU plating. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up. We could also make more of these now, actually. I'll just make all of them. I can make 3. I'll get more end steel in the future. We have 3 of those now, so that's good. And what I want to do, there's 2 different things. So you can see if you look over on the left side of my screen, I've saved a couple recipes that are going to be step-by-step because I was very confused at first. But I'm going to go ahead and go to the rock crusher because that's the least confusing of these, and that'll help. So let's do rock crusher. So the rock crusher is not that difficult. It just looks like that. Oh, can we even make that yet? I don't have the... I do have that, but I don't... I have to make this. Hang on. I thought I was prepared, and then I realized I didn't make certain things. I'm gonna make steel plates real quick. Let's just throw these right there. Do. I need at least 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Oh, that's the... Did I? Yeah, I made more star metal ingots. That's one of the things we did. I think I only need 2. Plastic is... yeah, we'll just do that. Let's go home. So I needed basic... There we go, basic capacitor. Oh, that's what I'm running out of. I need to go set more bedrock on fire. I'll do that later. Okay, simple machine chassis. That's nice. Now we need the industrial machine chassis, which means I need tungsten plates. I should have some tungsten. Yep. And excuse me, the plates should be relatively easy. Yeah, I'm just putting in the hydraulic press. As well as I have plastic and advanced plating. I need 4 of these, which means I need 4 basic platings, which is made with graphite dust. And I think that's what I'm... No, I have graphite dust. Where did I get graphite? Oh, I have only some. That's okay. We'll work with what we got. And then I should be able to make 4 of these. Yeah, 4 advanced platings. And then the only thing I'm missing now is the tungsten plates. So let's sleep first, actually. 'Cause I am not dealing with monsters today. I am tired of zombies. Been dealing with them all day. Make this, please. Yee. Oh, the other thing I did too is with the some of the nuclear craft stuff, I went ahead and balanced out the speed and energy upgrades, so now it's the same power multiplier. So with the 4, I would have made 25. It would take 25 times as much power, and that was too much. So I fixed it. It's real simple recipe too. It's just obsidian dust, another quartz dust, and weighted pressure plate of gold. So that's nice. And slowly making more steel. I'll throw that back in there. And boop, and boop. Oh, I also finished making the other 316K, so I have plenty of space in here. I didn't move out what was in the 1K though, so hopefully that doesn't like take up too much space, but so far it doesn't seem that bad. If it does, I'll switch it, but that's fine. Okay, now I only have 2 of the things I need. Okay, I need more of these. I had exactly the amount I needed of the plates. 4 plates. Now I need an electric motor guitar. No. Electric motor. That's it. Why did I add guitar? My brain don't work. Electric motor. Where did guitar come into my brain? As well as linear actuators. Which that's real easy, actually. Just need some pistons. Now we have a rock crusher. Yay, Rolling Stones. So let's go ahead and grab ourselves a energy conduit. Because I'm going to have to hook this up somehow. Maybe I could just put it on top of the thing. We're going to have to create space for some of this nuclear craft stuff, especially if we get into making a reactor, because that's definitely where we're headed, but before we go to that, now I can go ahead and get rid of... The graphite dust is through carbon dust, which I have carbon dust. That's why I was confused why I had graphite dust. I thought I didn't do it on purpose, but apparently I had some. But what I can do is go ahead and throw this in the... I think it's manufactory. Yeah, and I'll turn into graphite dust, because I don't need the carbon dust or anything. And that should auto go in there. Yeah. So I guess I could just put the rock crusher here. It really doesn't hurt. Yeah, I don't have to have this. So the reason why I need the rock crusher, so I can get rid of that and that. The rock crusher, from there, wants us to create these manganese ingots. And to make them, we probably want to lean towards the alchemistry one. We'll need the nuclear craft technically, but either one works. To make that, you need manganese oxide. To make manganese oxide ingots, you need the dust. And to make the dust, you need crushed rhodochrosite. And to make crushed rhodochrosite in the rock crusher, you just crush some granite. And it'll give it to you 1 or 2 per. So, it's a long process, but that's the only way to get the rhododite, as far as I can tell, unless you have the crystal itself, but we don't have that. And that's not something you can mine. So, I went ahead and took some of the cobbled granite we had and just turned it into some normal smelted granite. And what we can do, so if we go back to the deck, grab my steel plates, let's throw it in there and wait. And I think it just wants us to have, at least 8. And then from there, we're stuck. But we're not stuck, we're just stuck at the end of that line. What I can do, steal that, and I'll make more later. See? Makes 3 now. Yay! That's 2. And I think it's an even 1-on-1, like, oxide dust, ingot, yeah. You just smelt it over and over and over. Oop, graphite dust is done. Steel's getting there. See, we got a lot of things going on. It's not automated, but I don't need things to be automated. Hang on. What if I do this? Are you gonna make any more of the rhodochrosite? Please? I would like some more. It also gets sulfur and crushed Villiumite. Villiumite makes sodium fluoride or the stone. What do I do with sodium fluoride? Sodium fluoride I can use to make sodium fluoride solution, and then the solution I can... Oh boy. I've never done nuclear craft. And it seems complicated, to say the least. Oop, I got enough. We can go home now. I'll go get the rest of it later. All this in here. And I'll put... No, we'll probably do more than 8 in the long run. Dude. And now we just got to smelt it over and over and over. So we'll let that go. Because that's going to take a little bit. And I want to go ahead and glance at the other quest line. Which is the fission controller. Which is what scares me. So the fission controller in itself is not that complicated. We're going to need another... I need to go set some bedrock on fire. Because I need another basic capacitor. Where is my flint and steel? Here it is. I got a fire starter. Let's go to bedrock. And now we wait. As everything burns around us. But the fission controller is what leads into making a fission... Not generator. Is it a... No. Yes. Fission generator. That's what I'm going with. It scares me. Fission reactor. That's the word. Because I've never made a reactor before. As far as I'm aware, these don't explode, but they do have meltdowns. And that's not much better. So, I'm scared. I've also tried to... I've not looked up a tutorial per se, but I've looked up like what to expect, and essentially it's just confusing. So I'm like, oh, I need more. Should I just make a ton of tungsten plates? That might be... I'll make 8. 2, 4, 8. Yep, that's all I'm missing is tungsten. Throw that back in there to smelt some more. Tech. Oh, the other thing though. The thing that really scares me about these reactors, it actually has like a radiation thing that it could do. At least from what I understand. Taking that it says that these have radiation, I'm a little scared. Like, most of these are like 1, but then it goes to 71, 643. It's just like, but when it changes from P to U, it turns yellow, which makes me, and then to N, and I don't know what the differences are, but that sounds scary. I don't know what to expect. I think what I'm going to do towards the reactor, if we get to that point anytime soon, which we should. Oh yeah, I made magnesium diboride, which is really easy. It's just boron dust and magnesium. I felt a need to mention that. Okay, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then some furnaces. And then 2 of these. And then fission controller. Splitting the atom. Alright. So, where I think I'm going to do this is because building a multi-block reactor uses reactor casing, reactor cells, coolers, and moderator blocks. Place a controller along an edge, at a corner, or within one of the faces of the structure. That's very forgiving, which is really nice. But, like I said, with the possibility of a meltdown or radiation, I'm not 100% on the radiation. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I probably will have it built by then, but I think what I'm going to do, especially because like I don't exactly have space in my normal energy building anymore. I could keep making basements, but I don't want to. So what I think I'm going to do is where I originally had my astral sorcery stuff, which was on top of this mountain, putting it up here. Just making a little, like, it's still a sizable building. Maybe not quite that big. I say that. And just putting it up here. And I can connect it with wires. I have all of the material I need to do that underground. That's not an issue. But just putting something up here So that in a case of an explosion or a meltdown or radiation, a whole list of things, it's not too terribly close to home. And I teleport everywhere anyway, so I'm not worried about running distance. I'm not trying to get my cardio in. But I think that might just be a good idea to put it up here. But I still have to make all of the materials that it's asking for. And I can get rid of all these. And this is what's going to get us into making uranium. Because the thing is, the reason why we need this reactor is not so much for the power output. Because we have a ton of power from our normal biodiesel. Well, not bio. I want to say biodiesel because that's usually what I power with them. But the diesel generators. We have 2 generators going now, and I'm getting quite a bit of power. I mean, it's still slow, but I'm already hit 3%. That's not too bad. Not too bad. Like maybe an hour. I don't know. I don't know the math for that. It still goes pretty quickly. But it could go faster if you have the right type of reactor. But the reason we need the reactor is because it's the only way to get this uranium isotope, and we need that for the EU plating. It requires uranium. So this is just like a long-winded way of getting an isotope of uranium because it's just a long process. But I think maybe off camera, in between episodes, I might not build a building yet. I think if I build the reactor first and then build the building around it, I think I'll have a better time. And if not, what I could do is, instead of hooking everything up anyway, just make another one of those task screens and just attach it to it. That way it's not actually powering anything because I have enough power. Nothing drains, well, except for when I have that one thing plugged in. I see you. Don't come towards me. So that might also be a thing. I don't know how far we're going to be getting into nuclear craft outside of the normal thing. Hello. What's your name? Mr. Buddha. Goodbye. So, but we'll see. Like I said, off camera, I think I'll try to make all of the casings and stuff, but we'll actually build it on camera because I have to... Why is it light up over here? Magic. Okay. But yeah, we'll do that all in the next episode. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!